Welcome back to the show. We got a great one lined up. Why I don't believe in XRP FUD, Ripple Private Ledger, and the digital euro. Oh yes, it's getting good, ladies and gentlemen. And how about this? $3, $13 plus, or $99 plus XRP. Oh, things are happening. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. You can follow us on Twitter, YouTube, and digperspectives.com for exclusive content. Right now, $2.1 trillion market cap for cryptocurrency. The market is off 1.7%. Bitcoin, 56,900 plus, 2,300 plus for Ethereum, 118 billion plus market cap for Tether, 35 billion plus market cap for USDC at the number 6 spot, XRP at number 7, 53 cents, off by 0.5% on the 24 and off by 3.1 on the 7-day. Let's take a look at the range of price between 53, 54 cents. That's about the usual spread we see, almost 55 cents, but we're almost at 54 cents at the moment. We'll keep an eye on it. I do want to remind you about this. Look, keep in mind, all U.S. investors can now participate in Link2's offerings. This is remarkable. Hello, UK. Hello, the rest of the world. All of you. All you have to do is click and sign up and get started. It's that simple. Now, listen, there's some remarkable stuff I want to tell you today. By the way, if you invest in Ripple private equity today, right? The opportunity's open to everybody. If you invest in Ripple today, until tomorrow at 5 a.m. Pacific time, all existing Link2 investors will receive $400 in XRP for orders over $5,000, 1,000 XRP in return for orders over $10,000, 2,500 XRP for orders over $25,000, and you'll get 5,000 XRP back for orders over $50,000. Look, you must have an Uphold account connected to your Link2 account to receive your XRP, and I don't even want to tell you how simple it is to do it. I'm so not tech savvy, and I did it. It's that simple. Link2 has thought of it all. They've made streamlining, getting into this platform so easy for everyone. It's amazing. Do not mess around. Those deals don't last long. And by the way, who wouldn't want to get XRP back for the investment you've made? And who knows? Not too long from now, you may have gotten paid to make that investment because of XRP going up. We'll see what happens. Not financial advice, link underneath the video. Token 49 conference coming up September 18th to 19th in Singapore. Google is an early investor in Ripple. BlackRock is tokenizing funds on Archax and ABRDN PLC. Oh, whoever thought of that branding. JP Morgan will be there alongside of HSBC, who is using Medico's platform for assets. We know Medico is owned by Ripple. Shout out to Mr. Man. But you can see all of the big names. AWS is there, Alibaba, PayPal. You see it, Circle, Grayscale. It's all, they're all there, right? Consensus is there, right? So, look, you can see everybody else is here too. Ripple's there and everybody else involved. You can see this is going to be a big, big conference. Goldman Sachs is there too, by the way. And then look at this. As Tether recorded more profit than BlackRock in 2023, Tether posted $6.2 billion in profits last year, surpassing BlackRock's $5.5. I wanted to show this because we know how big the stable coin market is now, and we know how much Tether has made, obviously, and we know that there is room for more players into the space, like the real USD from Ripple. Going to be launched on the Ethereum and XRP ledger? Yes. That's why I'm showing this to you, because we have some stuff to look out here. Ripple's launch of the real USD stablecoin for institutional investors to bridge TradeFi with DeFi. And it's going to be available for institutional investors, not retail, at least at first. But what about if at all? You know, people seem unfamiliar with the term wholesale stablecoin, says Mr. Man. Give him a follow. Meaning it's not for you nor I to use. It will be used within real-time gross settlement system, the RTGS, so it's not for retail, as first discussed by the Bank of England. RippleNet caters to banks and financial institutions. And we've heard that over and over from Ripple and Brad Garlinghouse. So, Real USD will serve as one such stablecoin arrangement within Ripple's RTGS system. The Financial Conduct Authority, FCA, in the UK states in a study that wholesale stablecoins can be used to settle on-chain settlements. Ripple is also a part of the BIS CPMI cross-border task force established in July 2024. Now, coming into drilling down on this whole idea between retail stablecoin versus wholesale stablecoins, are primarily intended for use by financial institutions and large corporations, while retail stablecoins are designed for use by individual consumers and smaller businesses. The key difference include fixed versus variable exchange rate. Wholesale stablecoins typically have a fixed exchange rate, while retail stablecoins often have a variable exchange rate that fluctuates around the pegged value. Most issuers of fiat-backed stablecoins restrict redemption to wholesale users such as exchanges, either directly or indirectly through high fees or minimum withdrawal amounts. There are several factors that limit the use of wholesale stablecoins by retail investors. Regulatory authorities are considering imposing holding limits for individual coin holders to mitigate risk to financial stability. In other words, causing large institutions to hold large amounts of the asset, the RLUSD, and that would, in turn, in an example, make sure that there is stability in the market and that people aren't just dumping and selling and buying and dumping, and then there's all these ups and downs trying to maintain the peg. It would be much easier to maintain the peg with larger players. Ripple's model has been to target banks, not retail. Think logically. RippleNet is a real-time gross settlement system, meaning banks use that type of system. It says here, our regime focuses on sterling-denominated stablecoins because it considers these are most likely digital settlement assets to be used widely for payments. This regime is intended for business models that are focused on payments-related activities. Innovation within payments focuses on retail uses. Proposed limits, if used, would constrain wholesale use of stablecoins at systemic scale. We consider the unbacked crypto assets or any other unbacked digital settlement assets would not be suitable for widespread use in retail payments in the UK. So this gets interesting, right? Like, will the real USD only be for institutions, or is it only in the beginning that it's for institutions? And then here, Brad Garlinghouse hints about the Ripple stablecoin and a Japanese yen stablecoin.
So if you're imagining a stablecoin in Japan, what's the time frame?
Well, I think right now, Ripple in particular is focused on let's get live with the US dollar stablecoin. But I think there will be, people will want to hold yen stablecoins. Yes. I think that's only a matter of time. And I think the regulators here in Japan, again, about a year ago, passed some legislation around that. And there's some companies going through the licensing process right now to get live.
There you have it. So this is what RippleNet's ecosystem looks like when it's completed with stablecoin arrangements. It shows RLUSD and then RL Yen, RL GBP, and so on. And here you can see the example right here. The currencies themselves, and then here is the system here with stablecoins and or CBDCs in place. You know, I've said this, and the reason I'm showing it today, and I hope it's not lost on the audience here, is that because in order to have the price appreciation for XRP, in my mind, you need these things like stable coins, whether they be retail or wholesale, both CBDCs alike, to be launched in circulation, because it will be those vehicles that help to move value that will give XRP a reason to make markets in a way that has never been possible before. That's where we're really going to see the appreciation in my mind. That's how I see it personally. But this here is a great diagram of exactly what's coming. And it's not far off, ladies and gentlemen. It just isn't. Because Japan's big banks, MUFG, SMBC, Mizuho, are gearing up for a stablecoin trial. And you can see here, leveraging Swift's API framework for seamless integration. Stablecoins in Japanese yen, USD, and euro are both domestic and global use. Now, here's what's interesting. Now, we know Ripple's going to have a USD stablecoin. And I'm about to show you that they also are test piloting a digital euro, which is listed here as well. And we do expect to see Japanese yen sometime in the future. And Brad Garlinghouse told us in that same interview that there were other companies already in the process of being licensed so they could do exactly that, launch a Japanese yen stablecoin. Now, take a look at this. Ulster U research paper indicates Ripple's private ledger is testing for a digital euro. Now, we know that Ripple has been a part of the Digital Euro Association, right? We know that. But this is awesome, and you're going to love it. Right here, the transaction speed 2022 efficiency and performance indicator. So this was from a couple years ago, ladies and gentlemen. It says Ripple private ledger, 1,500 transactions per second. And in the future, it says unknown. And it says here, observation, testing for digital euro. Yeah. Now, in this article, it goes on to talk about extremely high price XRP and all of this. And look, I believe XRP goes to 4 or 5 digits when we get the system fully in place and clarity, legislative clarity, and the rest of it. The CBDCs, the stable coins, the world is up and running on a digital world and a digital economy. Yes, the sky is the limit for XRP to serve as a role there as far as I'm concerned. But knowing that they have now at least tested for the digital euro on the Ripple private ledger is extremely exciting, and that it happened at least 2 years ago. So where it is today could be quite a marvel that none of us yet know. Then look at this. Why don't I believe XRP FUD? Shout out to Not Financial Advice for this and give him a follow. Look at all of the images while he's talking in this minute clip here. You're going to love it. Take a listen. There's so many reasons to be excited about what's coming. And we all understand the frustration, how long we've waited. And apparently we have a little longer to wait. But it doesn't mean that you're wrong. Take a listen.
Considering everything we know about Ripple, their purpose, what's at stake, who's involved, and what they're trying to accomplish, and considering the world's a stage where social media creates the ability to socially engineer people with artificial narratives, could certain narratives we perceive as naturally occurring actually be part of an overall strategy? Could this idea be applied to the timely FUD that surrounds Ripple and XRP? There's just so many partners outside of Ripple that have interest in this company. The United Nations, WEF, and IMF, the parents of the SDGs, to name a few. It would actually make sense that a nuanced PR plan would include an evolving strategy for keeping sentiment balanced around this future tech. They would at least try. And since I've been seeing a ton of FUD narratives surrounding XRP lately, I thought this would be a good time to explain why the FUD, which stands for fear, uncertainty, and doubt, doesn't get to me anymore. And why to me, many of it feels artificial or designed to discourage retail investors, which is us, from buying this chosen token at low price levels in the short term by introducing ideas engineered to cause uncertainty. Remember, you can't believe the world's a stage and then excuse a future powerhouse of global digital payments connected to the playwriters themselves from participating in staged narratives. That wouldn't make any sense, right?
No, it wouldn't. And give it and Not Financial Advice a follow there, and shout out to him for that. And shout out to Eggrag Crypto for bringing back this chart from back in October of 2022. See, I know a lot of people will say, yeah, see, you've been saying this stuff for 2 years. You know what? We've been under a court case. We've been under the lack of clarity. It's like these technical analysts, I believe, have been showing us what the chart would have been had we not had this fundamental news holding all of us up. And I, for one, am super, super grateful that they share this information with us. And I think you guys should be too. But the reality is that a lot of people look at this and go, okay, so that means I can quit work by December. You know, no, it doesn't. No. No, when you look at this stuff, the way look, let me just offer this, right? Because I know a lot of people get so upset about this. But the other half of my audience is like, man, you better show them numbers. So I'm kind of damned if I do, damned if I don't. But the reality for me is when I look at a chart like this, I say, okay, so we see a pattern here, 661, 630, right? 635. And then we have 130 bars, 126 bars, 127 bars. These are just indicators. They just create windows of opportunity that show that, hey, something may take place here on the chart. There's an indicator that suggests that a strong scenario could play out of 337 or eventually, depending how hard the volume at the time of the market when it's reacting, could push past the 337 and hit $13.69, right? And or some massive news, or maybe it's a culmination of several events taking place. And I'll just arbitrary example, the launch of the real USD going amazingly well. Clarity and legislative clarity passed in the United States, and global cooperation and taxes are figured out globally about digital assets and how to handle them, so there's no tax haven around the world, right? All of these things happen. The case is over, and Ripple is won, as we know, and the clarity's there. And we have the ability to see CBDCs and stable coins just taking off and moving all around the world. XRP and other assets able to serve as a bridge asset in this financial digital economy. And yeah, maybe we hit $99 and beyond in the 3, 4, 5-digit numbers that I believe XRP is destined to grow and serve. But these are just indicators. And I want to say, you may be very proud of the portfolio you've put together, just as I am the one that I've done for our family. But I think it's important that we don't forget the greatest asset that you have is you. And I try to remind myself, as I'm sharing here openly, how I, kind of maintenance my own mind. I ask myself, hey, you're really proud of that portfolio, but what have you done today, right? Because your portfolio has nothing to do with you and your success every day, single day. You're doing what needs to happen for that. And when the markets and all the fundamental news fall into place and they get it done, the portfolio take care of itself. So what are you doing to make sure that you're mentally growing along with your portfolio? And that's why I tell you guys you can join the DPMG, because that's what we're doing inside of there. We're doing a case study right now on trusts and how you can put your assets in a trust to protect you and your family for many reasons. And that's an amazing case study that we're just starting there. And you could be along for the ride on that so you can grow mentally along with your portfolio. And obviously wanting to stay a few steps ahead of how your portfolio grows so you can be prepared on how to grow it, protect it, and maintain it for you and your family. Join us in the DPMG. You get the Freedom Zone for free, or join us in the Freedom Zone for next to nothing. That's how we're doing it. And we're going to the Freedom Zone right now. Not financial advice from me or anyone else, but we're going to tackle that little talk that went on last night. And we got a few things we need to share with you. We hope to see you inside. Come on in. All right.